What up, YouTube? Back at it again. All right, we are diving into a Halloween countdown. Um, which just reminded me, I don't have a costume picked out. That's not good. I usually have already thought up something wild by this point. I've been busy. I've been sick. Um, trying to hang out with you guys a little bit, and I work every day. It's and I don't sleep much. So anyways, we're looking at. I'm gonna. All right, so I got a bunch of skip the line requests that uh, probably more requests than I have days left to Halloween. Let me do the math. Now it's close. Um, but I'm gonna try to tackle ones in pairs if I can, as to not completely flood you guys with Halloween content. So, um, we're looking at Geoff Castellucci, as you can probably see in the title. He's doing both. I got both Jack's Lament pulled up and Monster Mash. So first one we're gonna look at is obviously Jack's Lament, Nightmare Before Christmas. So Jack Skellington's song, the master of pumpkins, um, doing his little ditty. Jack's an interesting fellow, well liked, but you get kind of sick of the same holiday every year celebrating. I think the song itself, if I remember, is about like wanting more out of life than just working all the time. Didn't I just describe that, right? Let's see what Jeff's got on Nightmare. This one's a year old. It's not time to eat yet. You'll eat in a second, okay? I'll be right with you. Sorry.
There are few who deny at what I do I am the best, for my talents are renowned far and wide. When it comes to surprises in the moonlit night, I excel without ever even trying.
I was gonna ask if he was actually playing because just where his arms were going didn't make a ton of sense to where and then he just lifted his hands up entirely. And that was funny. Anyway, sorry. This is cool. He's got a perfect just character tone. Like anything Halloweeny or villainous or it's just, and when you get in theatrical mode, the makeup and the background and the sets, Jeff really shines here.
Moonlit night, I excel without ever even trying. With the slightest little effort of my ghost-like charms, I have seen grown men give out a shriek. With a wave of my hand and a well-placed moan, I have swept the very bravest off their feet. Yet year after year, it's the same routine, and I grow so weary of the sound of screams. And I, Jack, the Pumpkin King, have grown so tired of the same old thing.
This is cool like this though, because sometimes when he does solo stuff, you'll see like 5 different Jeffs or 114 doing different tones, and they'll each keep consistent with whatever kind of their assignment was, and they'll all look different. But it's just one of him, and he's kind of staying, well, a little closer to the floor. He's keeping it real low, real spooky. Perfect for this song. The Pumpkin King. Did I say Pumpkin Master? Yeah, whatever. Pumpkin King. Jack Skellington. It's been a while. I might even try to see the whole movie the whole way through.
Awesome.
And just when I say that, he's gonna completely change what I just said and go higher. Of course, just to prove me wrong.
Oh, somewhere deep inside of these bones, an emptiness began to grow. There's something out there far from my home, a long I'll scare you right out of your pants. To a guy.
Got me.
I'll scare you right out of your pants. To a guy in Kentucky, I'm Mr. Unlucky, and I'm known throughout England and France. Bonjour. And since I am dead, I can take off my head to recite Shakespearean quotations. No animal nor man can scream like I can with the fury of my recitations.
I like this. I like what they're doing with the effects. It's not overkill, not yet. He's sort of teleporting around the screen and the jump scare, and he just took his damn head off. Now we got pumpkin orange eyes. This is cool. It's got this sort of this spooky kind of dance to it, but not like in a negative way, in like a fun way, if that makes sense.
With the fury of my recitations, but who here would ever understand that the Pumpkin King with the skeleton grin would tire of his crown if they only understood? He'd give it all up if he only could. Oh, there's an empty place in my bones that calls out for something unknown. The fame and praise come year after year, does nothing for these empty tears.
Hey y'all, Geoff here, and happy Halloween. This video was made with the support of spooky folks just like you, and all the wonderful souls over at Patreon. If you'd like early access to every single video I release, behind the scenes footage, or want to hop on a live stream with me, head on over to Patreon and check it out. I'll see you there. Extra special thanks goes out to Huldra Draco, Helen Anderson, Diane Holland, Sarah O, Lori Templeman, Laura Mueller, Patricia Schumann, Debbie Goodling, Jordy S., Barb Wells, A.M. Person, Angie Woolard, Carl Thomas, and Melanie Thomas, Elsa M. Lagnestall and Dorothy Brune, and Debs Badger. Thanks again for watching, and have a safe Halloween. I'll see you in the next one.
Okay. That was great. No, that was and this is a different type of song here, so this is gonna be interesting too. But his, I mean, it gets redundant to talk about like his tonal quality and just his range from like, well, down low first of all, which is what most of us know him for. But if you've heard anything that he does, but also when he's doing his solo work, like my introduction to him was only bass, because he's a member of a group. So always loved jumping into his solo work and hearing more of that kind of range that I thought he wasn't going to do, but he did it anyways. It makes sense. It makes sense for the song. But his videos are fun. They're theatrical, but not annoyingly gimmicky, if that makes sense, right? They're enjoyable. They're fun for everybody. Let's dive into to Monster Mash. Make sure you go subscribe to Geoff. If I didn't say that at the beginning, make sure you do. We're here to support the artists first and foremost. Of course, if you like what I do, make sure you like, comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed. It does help the channel. Best way to get me is on Patreon. That's where requests like this do come from. So this was a skip the line request. I realize I have a ton of stuff to get to. The skip the line stuff just goes ahead of the main stuff on Patreon, which I will get to as well. I mix everything in kind of together, and I try to mix up the artists that I'm doing, so it's not, I don't kill you with 119 Geoff songs in the next couple days. Or, I mean, and some of you might like that, obviously, if you've made it this far. But for those that don't necessarily, try to mix it up a little bit of variety sometimes. Let's dive into to Monster Mash. Y'all know the jam. It's a Halloween. It's a Halloween staple. See, 4 Geoffs.
Surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash.
So I forget this. How old is this song? This has like these really old school Bobby Pickett. Yeah, this has got to be like 60s vibes. Like it's got this like doo-wop kind of quartet feel to it. 62. Okay. It was written out as a direct response to Sharp's Mashed Potato Time. Justice Pickett and the Crypt Killers singing the match. Okay. I don't know. I guess I don't know the origin, but I was the tune itself has this, and way different from what he just did, but both Halloweeny obviously. But it's cool seeing the rest of the Geoffs, having them harmonize, and when they layer it like that. And then there's usually like a main Geoff, and then he's got these creeps behind him.
He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom. All came from the humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrode. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. Yes, they did the monster mash.
I think you know what's funny about this jam is like I think depending regardless of your age, as long as you're of age. Most of us have probably been to some Halloween party with some blood-colored alcoholic beverage that you get out of a punch bowl, right? Or even a school dance, sans alcohol, obviously. But, or maybe even, I don't know. I don't know how you guys went to school, but I followed all the rules. But I'm sure it has nostalgia elements to some of y'all for Halloween parties or whatnot. So. It's a fun little song. It's cool seeing him on this. It's a few years old, by the way.
On the flash. Yes, they did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sound. The Igor on the strings backed by his hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive. The vocal group, the Crypt Kicker 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. La 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 la. Maestro. Drax voice did a ring. It seems he was bothered by. He opened his coffin and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?" It's now the monster mash. And it's a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. Monster Mash. Now everything's cool, Jack's a part of the band, and my Monster Mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them, la 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 la. Oh good, you're awake.
Was she there the whole damn time? Yeah, she sure was. I didn't notice a person there at all. Just not even paying attention. She's plain as day. There's a female there. Didn't even notice.
Everything's cool, Jack's a part of the band, and my Monster Mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them, la 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 la. Oh good, you're awake. Let's dance, my darling, shall we?
It's a fur release.
He did the mash, the monster mash. He did the mash, the monster. He did the where the vampires feast.
Fun stuff. There you have it. Yeah, all right. I've got plenty more. So don't you worry. We're gonna have some more Halloween fun. Um, I have a box of costumes. You know what I should have done is I should have. Well, it's in storage. I could have dressed up like as something different each day, and maybe I still can, but like prior leading up to Halloween. But some of my costumes get offensive. I don't know. I like to do costumes that are not generic, that are gonna make people kind of give a double take and figure it out. But usually they might be somewhat offensive, not in a real bad way, just in kind of a funny way. Um, that was super fun, and those were super different too. So I'm hoping that we have, and I'll look at the rest of the ones that I got here listed, and I'll probably pull some of my own, and yeah, and we'll try to mix and match some things. Um, but yeah, go support Geoff. Go like, go subscribe, and have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll talk to you on the next. Make sure you're subscribed though. Appreciate it very much. It helps the channel. Come find me on Patreon. I'm not hard to find. Or come to Arizona. You can find me there too. It's a big state. We'll talk to you.